Good morning. Today we are going to study a very important and an interesting topic on decoders, encoders, and a special encoder, that is priority encoder. Well, to begin with, let us start with the decoder. Well, a decoder is a combinational circuit. Combinational circuit means the output depends only on the present inputs, unlike sequential circuits in which the output was dependent on the current outputs as well as on the past outputs also. So it is a combinational circuit, and it has n inputs, and to a maximum of m is equal to 2 raised to n outputs are there in this. It is identical to a demultiplexer without any data input. It performs operations which are exactly opposite to those of an encoder. This is the block diagram of the decoder, in which you can see that there are n input lines with m is equal to 2 raised to n output lines. Next, the various examples of decoders are code converters, BCD to 7 segment decoders, Nixie tube decoders, relay actuator. Today we are going to study about the 2 to 4 line decoder, and based on this the 3 to 8 and 4 to 16 line decoders are work on the same principle. So let us focus and concentrate on the 2 to 4 line decoder. The block diagram of 2 to 4 line decoder is shown in the figure, in which there are two inputs A and B, and we have outputs, that is D3, D2, D1, D0, where D3 is having the highest priority input and D0 has the lowest priority input. Next, here you can see the truth table of this 2 to 4 line decoder and the circuit diagram of this 2 to 4 line decoder. This is the truth table, in which we are having A and B as inputs and D0, D1, D2, D3 as outputs. Also here you can see that when both A and B are 0, in that case D0 is high. When A is 0, B is 1, in that case D1 is high. And in the third input, here it is actually 1 0, it's not 0 1, so I am correcting this. This is 1 and this is, let me correct this. Okay, so this is 0. Okay, so when it is 1 0, in that case D2 is high, and when both the inputs are 1 1, in that case we are having D3 as high. From the circuit diagram you can see that the D0 is going high when, just let me take you to the working of this. You can see here that this is A bar and here we are having B bar. So this is A bar, B bar. So D0 will be high when both inputs are 0. So that is what the circuit here shows. Similarly, D1 is high when it is coming from here. So this is A bar and B. So that is what, this is A bar B. This is A bar B. So let me correct this over here. Actually it is a bit confusing. So this is A bar A. Okay. This is A bar and this is B. Okay, this is A bar B. Here you can see that this is A B bar. So D2 will be high when we give the inputs as 1 0. So this is 1. Okay, and when this is 0, D2 will be high, and D3 will be high when both the inputs are 1 1. That is what? When this is 1, here it is 1. Okay. When B is 1, so here we are getting 1. So when both the inputs are 1 1, D3 will be high. So this is about the working of this 2 to 4 line decoder. Is here there was a small correction in which we are having 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1, and similarly this was mistakenly not being seen correctly, so I have written it here. This is A bar B. So to recall, this is A bar B bar, this is A bar B, this is A B bar A B. So now next, the various applications of decoders are: the decoders were used in analog to digital conversions in the analog decoders. Also, they are used in electronic circuits to convert instructions into the CPU control signals, and they are mainly used in logical circuits for the data transfer. And based on the same logic, like we had just constructed this 2 to 4 line decoder, I suggest you all to go for 3 to 8 line decoder and 4 to 16 line decoder. And if you come across any problem, do let me know. So next, now let us move to the encoders. Encoders are again a combinational circuit which is designed to perform the inverse operation of the decoder, and it has n number of input lines and m number of output lines, and it produces an m-bit binary code corresponding to the digital input number, and the encoder accepts an n input digital word and converts it into an m-bit another digital word. This is the block diagram of the encoder, in which we are having n input lines and there are m output lines, which will be more clear in our next slides. Well, these are the examples of encoders in which we have the priority encoders. There is decimal to BCD encoder, the octal to binary encoder, and hexadecimal to binary encoder. So now next, we are going to consider the 2 raised to n line encoder. Okay, this is the block diagram of this octal to binary encoder, in which we are having y0 to y7 as the 8 inputs, and there are 3 outputs, that is A2, A1 and A0 as the outputs. This is the truth table of this octal to binary encoder, where we are having D0 to D7 as the inputs, and you can see that A, B, C are the outputs. So here these are the from D0, this is D0 to D7, these are the inputs, and A, B and C, these are the outputs. Well, now from the circuit diagram it will be more clear about this octal to binary encoder. Now let us see the working of this encoder, in which you can see that there are input lines D0, D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7, and A, B, C are the output lines, in which we have A as the most significant bit and C as the least significant bit. Since the binary equivalent of 0 is again 0, so that's why there is no OR gate being connected to this input line. But when it comes to rest of the inputs, you can see that when D1 is given as input, in that case this D1 is connected to this OR gate, the last one, so this will be high, resulting into the code 001. So this is what when D1 input is given. Next, when D2 input is given, in that case you can see that the middle OR gate is connected to the D2 input, resulting into the code being output as 0 1 0. When D3 input is being supplied, in that case D3 input is connected to both the gate middle one and the last one, so the output will be produced as 0 1 1. Next, similarly you can see the working of D4, D5, D6 and D7. In the case of D7 you can see that it is connected to all the three gates, so it will result into the output as 1 1 1, which is again the binary code of 7. So this is about the working of this encoder. Is next, the applications of encoder. These are very common electronic circuits which are used in all the digital systems, and these are used to translate the decimal values to the binary in order to perform the binary functions such as the addition, subtraction, multiplications, etc. Other applications, especially for priority encoders, may include detecting the interrupts in the microprocessor applications. And now let us discuss about the priority encoder. This is a special type of encoder, and here the priority is given to the input lines, where if two or more input lines are 1 at the same time, then the input line with highest priority will be considered. There are 4 inputs D0, D1, D2, D3 and 2 outputs Y0, Y1. As you will see, out of the 4 inputs, D3 has the highest priority and D0 has the lowest priority. That means if D3 is equal to 1, then Y1, Y0 is equal to 1, 1 irrespective of the other inputs. Similarly, if D3 is equal to 0 and D2 is equal to 1, then Y1, Y0 is equal to 1, 0 irrespective of the other inputs. So whatever we discuss right now it will be more clear to you. As you can see in the block diagram, we have the priority encoder being shown, and the D3 input is having the highest priority, D0 is having the lowest priority, and there are 2 outputs, that is Y1 and Y0, and this is the truth table of this priority encoder, in which we are having the highest priority input as D3, then followed by D2, D1 and the lowest priority input as D0, then finally the outputs, that is Y1 and Y0. You can see here when D3 is 1, in that case it doesn't matter what are the rest of the inputs being given. That is why we have shown here as cross in the case of D2, D1, D0. So when D3 is 1, that is the highest priority input is 1, Y1, Y0 both are 1, 1. And when D3 is 0 and D2 is 1, in that case it doesn't matter what are the inputs of D1 and D0. So that is what we have put a cross over here. And in such a case, Y1 is 1 and Y0 is 0. So this is what we had discussed in our previous slide. So depending upon this truth table, we have the circuit diagram as shown. Here you can see that Y1 we are getting as a result of D2 plus D3, which is, you can see from here also, Y1. So this is OR gate and this is NOT gate. So from there are 2 inputs coming in this. This is one input and this is, see, this is D0. Okay, this is, let me write over here. Okay, this is D0, this is D1, this is, so it will be clear, this is D0, this is D1, okay, this is D2, this is D2, and this is D3, okay, this is D3, this is D0, this is D1, this is D2, this is D3. So what we have written over here is y1 is equal to D2 plus D3. So this is, see, from here we are getting D3 and this is D2. So that is what we have written here. So y1 is equal to D2 plus D3 and y0 is equal to D2 complement D1 plus D3. So this is AND gate, and from here we are getting D2 complement and this is D1. So that is what, D2 complement D1. So here we are having D2 complement D1 plus D3. So this is what, D3 is coming from here. So that is what, y0 is equal to D2 complement D1 plus D3. So this is about the priority encoder. Thank you.